In this video, I'll be going through 7 passive income ideas that you can start at home, and I'll score them based on how difficult it is to get started, how long it takes to make your first dollar, and finally, how difficult it is to maintain once you get going. It's commonly said that making your first dollar online is the hardest. 100 is the second hardest, and then $1,000. Once you get over the barrier and make your first dollar, then it's just up from there, because it's like a gateway drug to online business. You get a sense of how good it feels to make money through the internet. And I used a combination of most of these methods to make money online, and just know that creating passive streams of income takes time and effort. Otherwise, everyone would do it. So the first passive income idea is creating an online course. In terms of how hard this passive income stream is to get started, I'd give it a 2 out of 5. You need to have some sort of a skill or an obstacle that you've overcome in the past to be able to share it in the course. And secondly, you need to actually make the course. It's not super hard because you can just record on your phone and use free editing software to edit the course, but there's still some setup process, so that's why it's 2 out of 5. Now, in terms of making your first dollar, I would say it's 1 out of 5 if you post your course on a course platform such as Skillshare or Udemy. These platforms already have a built-in audience of their own, so you don't have to hunt for people to buy your course. Of course, there are some disadvantages of hosting your course through an online platform. Mainly, it's a lot of competition, and you don't get to keep all the money that you make, because the platform will take its cut. And in terms of how hard it is to maintain a course, once you already make it and put it out there, I would say it's 1 out of 5. Usually, you don't have to do anything if the course is evergreen, but if it has some components that could change over time, you might want to re-record some lessons or add new material into the course. There are some simple courses on Udemy, for example here, Accounting in 60 Minutes, a brief introduction. So this course is only 60 minutes and it costs 15 euros to purchase. I believe this is the lowest amount on Udemy. This course has 90,000 students. That's 90,000 times 15 euros. That's over 1 million euros just from 1 hour course. So if your course is at least half decent and helps the student overcome some sort of a problem, then it's likely to succeed and earn ridiculous amounts of passive income. Even better, you don't have to make one course, you can make 5, 10, or 100 courses. Viewership on courses compounds over time. It's very slow in the beginning, but as more students take the course and leave good reviews, other students will then naturally want to take that course as well. And so if the course is bad, it's naturally going to die off over time due to bad reviews and students not wanting to take it. But if it's good and helps someone achieve a transformation, then it's going to compound massively. If you want to know more details about how to create a course, I'll leave some resources in the description. The next side hustle idea is investing. In terms of how hard it is to get started, I'd give it a 0 out of 5. It's super easy, you just have to sign up to an investing app. Now, making your first dollar is also not super hard, because if a stock goes up, you can just sell it and take the profit. However, in terms of making passive income regularly, this is pretty difficult. So I'd give it a 4 out of 5, because you have to have a long-term mindset and invest a lot of money in order for it to compound and give you a substantial result. Now, there are 2 main ways how you can make money through investing in stocks or index funds. The first one is buying a stock, and then if it increases in value, you can sell that stock, and the difference is the money you make. But this is not really passive, since you have to buy a stock and then sell a stock. Another way is through dividends. So essentially, if a company pays out dividends to its shareholders and you have stocks of that company, you will get a small dividend either yearly, 2 times a year, or 4 times a year, depending on the company's policy. Now, it's pretty risky investing in just one company, because it could just go and it's gone. So what's a safer long-term strategy is to invest in index funds. Index funds are better than mutual funds because they have lower fees and they typically track some sort of an index. For example, the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones Index. Now, in terms of maintaining this passive income stream, I'd give it a 0 out of 10. It's the most passive stream of income that you can get. You put money into an investment and it just pays out dividends and compounds over itself for as long as your money is there. Now, the the next passive income idea is selling digital product. And digital products can be anything. I'm selling this wallpaper as a digital product. Or I have a course about how to make YouTube videos. It's also a digital product. Now, in terms of how hard it is to get started, I'd give it a 2 out of 5. You need to make the digital product. Here's a list of digital products that you could make and sell. And there are various ways that you can sell digital products. For example, I use Payhip. It's basically a website that lets you list and sell digital products. It's also completely free, and I think they have a 5% fee every time you sell something. I'd say it's pretty difficult to make your first dollar with a digital product because it usually requires an audience that knows you and wants to buy that product. There's only a few marketplaces where there's already a built-in audience actively looking for digital products. For example, Etsy, but it's very competitive. One of the best ways to stop trading your time for money is to build an audience. Selling anything is easier when you have an audience. You can just let your audience know that you have something, and because they hopefully know, like, or trust you, there's a much higher chance that they're gonna buy from you compared to if you were just a complete stranger trying to sell something. So I'd give 3 out of 5 in terms of making your first dollar. And maintenance costs are 0. Once you make a digital product, you can sell it 100 times or 1,000 times, nothing changes. People can buy it now, a day from now, or 10 years from now. The same with a course. It's completely passive and can generate income even when you sleep. The next side hustle is creating a paid newsletter. The hardest part about this is getting started. The hardest part is getting your first readers. I'd say it's 5 out of 5. You usually need to have an audience somewhere else, like on Twitter or on YouTube, basically where to market your newsletter. If your newsletter is paid, then in order to make your first dollar, all you need is just 1 subscriber. And in order to maintain a newsletter, you have to keep writing content. So for example, maybe once a week or once a month. Now, the key thing with the newsletter is to think about the reader and not yourself when you're writing it. And people can pay for a newsletter if you either save them time or give them some specific knowledge that no one else has. So you can either be a synthesizer, basically consuming a bunch of things yourself and then synthesizing, combining the content that you consume into one place for someone to then consume later. Or you need to have some specific knowledge in some sort of a field that's also valuable and provide it through the newsletter. So in terms of maintenance, I would give it a 3 out of 5 because you need to keep writing the newsletter so people don't unsubscribe. The next side hustle idea is starting a YouTube channel. In terms of how hard it is to get started, I would say it's 2 out of 5. All you need is a phone and your voice, and you can just make videos. Now, making your first dollar is pretty hard. I would say it's 4 out of 5. It took me almost 11 months and 109 videos to make my first dollar from YouTube. For months on end, my channel was stuck. Even though I was putting in hundreds of hours of time, it wasn't growing. But then the skills that I learned after trying to make each video slightly better compounded, and my channel started getting significant amount of views. So in order to succeed on YouTube, you really need a long-term mindset, an ability to continuously learn and improve in order to actually learn how to make semi-decent videos. By the way, if you want to do that, I have my YouTube video course linked down in the description. Shameless plug. Now, I'd give it 4 out of 5 in terms of maintenance because you usually need to keep producing videos in order to grow your content library and make sure that you get views in the future. Of course, maybe your channel is in an evergreen niche, which means that you make a video once and then it's relevant for 2 or 5 years. In that case, there's not really much maintenance that you need to do. You need to make a few really good videos and then let them get views over a long period of time. YouTube is also a great side hustle because it opens the opportunity to make money elsewhere. It's not only through AdSense that you can make money. You can create courses, sell wallpapers, create paid newsletters, basically all the benefits that come from having an audience. The next side hustle idea is affiliate marketing or starting an affiliate blog. This is very hard to get started because again, you need to have an audience or a website where you can write articles about a specific niche for a long period of time. So I'd give this one 5 out of 5 in terms of getting started. Now, in terms of making your first dollar, it's also going to take a while. So it's probably 4 out of 5 because in order to succeed with affiliate marketing, you usually want to have an audience or some way to drive traffic to affiliate links. Affiliate marketing is basically selling someone else's product instead of your own product and getting a commission for it. The way it works is you click on someone's affiliate link, purchase a product through that link, and you make a kickback because you led to that sale. Now, the best part about this side hustle is the maintenance. If If you're going to drive traffic to affiliate links through a website, then it's very passive. I'm going to give it 1 out of 5. In the beginning, you have to write a lot of articles about a certain topic, but once they're there and they're optimized for SEO, they will rank on Google and bring in consistent visitors and thus affiliate clicks to the products that you're recommending. The next passive income idea is drop servicing. It's pretty hard to get started, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Essentially, you need to get good at a high value skill, such as video editing, then build up your reputation by providing that skill to other people through something like Fiverr or Upwork or other methods like Twitter. And then over time, once you build up your reputation, you can then productize yourself, which means that you can outsource other video editors to do work for your clients for you. It turns into a sort of an agency. Now, in terms of making your first dollar, it depends how good you are at that skill, but I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. You need to learn a skill and then market yourself well in order to get your first client. Now, once this business is all set up and running and you have consistent clients coming in through Fiverr or referrals, then it's sort of passive, but you still need to manage it somewhat. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 in terms of maintenance. The next idea is selling templates. Now, templates fall in the category of digital products, just like courses, but they're a separate beast on their own. In terms of how hard it is to get started, I would give it a 2 out of 5. You need to have an idea and create a template that people actually want to use. A template basically makes someone's life easier or saves time for them. For example, I made a financial tracker template, so if someone wants to start tracking their expenses, they can just get the template instead of having to fiddle around with the spreadsheet and try to build it themselves. Now, you can sell templates for anything: Notion, Squarespace, Framer, Photoshop, or Canva templates. Now, again, without having an audience to sell it to, it's going to be pretty tough to make your first dollar, so I'm going to give it 3 out of 5. And in terms of maintenance, once you create a template, you don't have to do anything to it to sell it over and over again. So maintenance is 0 out of 5. Now, always remember that it's probably going to take a lot of time and effort to build a passive stream of income, but once you do, it's truly amazing. You get to make money while you sleep. So if you're interested to learn more about this topic, I'll leave a few videos here on the screen about mindset and starting an online business.